Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm Twisted Games and welcome back to my playthrough of Process Elimination, Part 18. And the last episode, we start Chapter 3. He comforted Bookworm, and I also gave my predictions later on in the game. See, I'm most likely wrong, but you know, doesn't hurt to help predictions in my videos. But if you do enjoy content like this, give this a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content. So let's go ahead and begin with this. Before I know it, the morning has come. We're in an area between the cells to eat breakfast. All 10 of us in a circle. In the middle is the food Armor brought, as well as some cans that were found in Warren's room. Armor sits to my right and Bookworm on my left. Elira must have slept well. Her face looks livelier than when we spoke last night. Alright, eating together in a circle. Tis like to lodging at an encampment. What fun. Being empty of mind means being free from worry. How enviable, the girl said with a sigh. Well, quite a few of us, and only a small amount of food. Even with these cans from Warren's room will run out in 3 days. If we don't decide our next move on a double, we all die of starvation, said the girl calmly stating the facts. But many parts are consumed by whimsy. Bookworm shuts Armor down with ease. Her wordplay is quick as a whip and her tongue sharper than ever. She definitely has her old energy back now. Hey Bookworm, are you going to stick with speaking like that? Bookworm smiles appealingly as I quietly whisper to her. My god. We suffer an overabundance of useless adults. As such, I'll focus on being as objective as possible in my thinking. I vow to expose a quartering duke. Can I count on your support? Asked the girl, fixing incompetent detective with trustful eyes. Of course, let's do our best, Bookworm. You know what I just realized? I realized this a little while back, but let me do this sometime. Show high settings. Okay, circle. That little toy right there on her backpack. It looks like it looks like the Pokemon Gimme Ghoul. It looks like it. It's not, but it looks like it. I need more time to fully recover, but progress is progress. I hope to stay by her and help out in whatever small way I can. Why, I never. A refined lady such as myself, having dined while seated upon the ground, this simply changed a Pinkerton name. It's nice and manly if you ask me. Us Japanese people sitting cross-legged on the floor, all traditional-like, it just feels right. You're a girl, Rod, you remember? You should mind your sitting posture a bit more. Besides, there are non-Japanese people here too, such as me. These cans, their expiration dates are 10 years past. Are we actually certain any of this is edible? 10 years? Y'all yap just over just about anything, huh? If you don't want it, don't eat it.
俺の経験から言わせてもらうと1週間くらいなら
Luckily, we have all the water we need from the tap. Speaking from experience, you can live about a week on just water, see? Are you mad? How dare you compare your own primitive goat with my urbane, sophisticated stomach?
じゃあ食べるしかないわね。大丈夫よ。私は昔錆びついた缶詰だけで1ヶ月食いつないだことがあるわ。
Either way, there's no choice but to eat what we have. It'll be fine. I want to survive for a month on rusty canned food, and that's what. And every college American, every American that goes to college, that's what they survive on, with a low paying job. That's what they do to survive. Yeah.
全然大丈夫に思えませんわ。もう嫌ですわ、この庶民たち。
This was certainly not fine. I've had enough of your common rabble.
大丈夫だよ、家族さん。本当に危ない缶詰が混ざっていたら、僕の体が反応してくれると思うしね。
Don't worry, Posh. If anything here was actually dangerous, I'm sure I'd sense it.
缶詰が長期間保存できるのは無菌状態で密封するためです。缶詰に穴が開いていたり、腐敗ガスで膨らんでいなければ、科学的には10年以上持つはずですよ。
Canned goods are sterilized and hermetically sealed. There aren't ant holes or swelling, and scientifically they can last over a
この
decade.
地下牢の環境は日光がなく湿気も少ないため、相当に長期間の保管が可能かと思います。
This dungeon receives no sunlight and has a low humidity, which should allow for quite a long shelf life.
とは言いつつ、科学くんもお菓子ばかりで缶詰をあまり食べてないよね。
And yet you're only eating snacks and barely touching the cans.
科学的な根拠があるとは言っても、実際に食べたいかどうかはまた別問題ですから。
Well, even if the science is sound, that doesn't mean I actually want to eat it.
ひーくんが何も感じないなら食べても大丈夫さ。めったに体験できないし、俺はたらふく缶詰をいただくとするよ。
If Dolly says they're safe, then they must be. What a rare opportunity. I shall dine upon canned goodies to my heart's content.
食べ過ぎて腹を壊さないでくれよ。いくら腐っていないとはいえ、不安な食料であることは間違いないからね。
Don't gorge yourself to the stomach ache. I don't care if they aren't rotten. This food certainly isn't as safe as it gets.
さて、当面の問題は文学さんも言っていた通り、この食料が尽きるまでに何をするかだね。
As Bookworm stated, our current problem is what to do before we run out of
洋
food.
館には毒ガスが発生していて、仮に毒ガスで死ぬ前に洋館の外へ出られたとしても、外には例の黒いメカがうろついている。か
Even
と
if
いっ
we,
て、この地下牢で救助を待とうにも食料はわずかだ。
even if we escape the toxic gas in a manner, that black machine is still outside. However, we haven't the supplies to wait here for
こ
help.
の地下牢にも隠し通路があることを信じて調査を進めるのはどうかな。
I'll further explore this dungeon. There could be a hidden passageway down here as well.
俺も賛成だよ。この地下牢に研究棟へと続く道があることは間違いないからね。
I'm in favor. No doubt there's a path between here and the research facility.
それはどうしてかな。何か確信するきっかけでもあったのかい？
Really now? And is there any particular reason you're so confident about that?
実はさっき監守室で缶詰を探しているときにこのエレベーターの鍵を見つけたんだよ。
While we were searching for food in Warren's roof, I just so happened to find this elevator key. Oh, nice. The ranking tag draws a key from out front. The tag dangling below and does the need reach elevator.
エレベーターの鍵。この地下牢にはエレベーターなんてないのに、どうして？
Elevator key? But wait, the dungeon doesn't even have an elevator, so why?
おかしいと思うよね。俺もそう思って理由を考えてみたんだ。
Curious, isn't it? I had the same reaction, so I gave it some thought.
そもそも通常エレベーターの使用に鍵など必要ない。メンテナンス用か特殊な操作を行うために使われるものだろう。
Elevators don't normally require keys, not unless they're for maintenance or to operate in some special
洋
way.
館にもエレベーターなんてなかったし、必要でもない。この島の中でエレベーターがある建物は一つだけさ。
He doesn't say the research facility isn't he? Corman Gas doesn't have an elevator either, nor a need for one, so it happens there's only one place on the island that does have an elevator.
研究棟か。
The research facility.
その通り。 おそらくこれは研究棟のエレベーターの鍵だよ。
You know it. This key must be for the elevator
さ
snarks.
て、そうなると疑問が生じる。ここは洋館の地下だから研究棟からはだいぶ離れているよね。
Well, that raises a question. We're underneath the manor, which means we're pretty far from the research facility, right?
用途のないものを保管するはずもない。どうして研究棟のエレベーターの鍵をこの地下牢で保管する必要があるのかな？
You know, I know in my last episode, I keep on talking. I talked about who I think according to Duke. I know I noticed this before, but I wonder what that tattoo around his neck is all about. You know, maybe that's according to Duke's logo. Ooh. You wouldn't keep something here if it had no use. Why store the key to a research facility elevator in this dungeon?
わかったぞ。つまりこの地下牢はエレベーターの業者さんが暮らすための施設だったということだな。
Aha, now I understand. This dungeon was created as a dwelling place for an elevator operator.
惜しいね。全然違うよ。
Nope, not even
無
close.
能くんならわかるかな？遠く離れたこの場所に研究棟のエレベーターの鍵が用意されているわけよ。
You get it, don't you, incompetent? Why would a key for a research facility elevator be stashed all the way down here? Because this leads to research facility. I think if it's kept here, that must mean the reason it needs to be here. The elevator key is required to be at the dungeon, or where the dungeon connects to the research facility.
つまりこの地下牢と研究棟はつながっているということかな。
Because the dungeon connected to the research facility,
こ
right?
こから研究棟へ行けるなら研究棟で必要な鍵が保管されていてもおかしくはないよね。
If this place leads to Snarks, then it would only make sense for that key to be kept here.
大正解。その通りだよ、無能くん。
Get the man a prize, you're right in the money,
さら
incompetent.
に詳しく言えば、おそらくこの地下と研究棟の間を移動するのに、このエレベーターの鍵を使う必要があるのだろうね。
To be even more precise, this elevator key is probably required to travel between the two
研究
areas.
棟のエレベーターには地下へと移動するボタンはなかった。この鍵を使うことで、地下と地上とをつなぐ操作が可能になるんじゃないかな。
There wasn't a button in the facility for the elevator to descend any lower, so maybe this lets you move above and below ground.
なるほど。君の話をまとめると、この地下牢には研究棟のエレベーターへとつながる通路が隠されているはずだってことだね。
I see. So to summarize, there's a hidden passage connecting this dungeon to the elevator snarks.
そういうことさ。一見袋小路にしか見えないこの牢獄にも必ず地上へと続く隠された道が存在するんだよ。
Nailed it. This dungeon seems like a dead end, but somewhere within it is a secret path that leads to the
この
surface.
食事が終わったらみんなで捜索しようよ。探偵は助け合い。
Let's look for it after we finish eating. Detectives are about mutual cooperation, right? Renegade Detective asks this uncharacteristic question with a smile. Given his past action, I fully suspect he has an ulterior motive. I agree. But for now, Renegade Detective makes a good point. Everyone wants to escape from this place. It would be best to do as he suggests. So, I feel like if you're a person, right, who actually provides good, viable information, you die. Idea provided good, viable information. She died. Mystic was about to provide good, viable information and then died. So, I think that's the point. Like you're too good of a detective, therefore you die.
隠し通路があるとしてどう探せばいいのかな。
If there's a hidden passage, how should we search for it?
オーソドックスに考えれば通路を開く仕掛けがどこかに隠されているはずだけど、この地下室は監視室以外にそもそも調べられそうなものもないよね。
An orthodox approach says there's a hidden mechanism for opening it, but besides the warden's room, there's little to investigate.
ゲームだと奇妙な石像や絵画があって何らかのアクションを起こすと道が開いたりするんですけど。
Breaking the fourth wall there, techie. At least in video games, there's always a strange statue or painting or something. You can push it open the way.
ここが牢獄であることを考えるとわかりやすい仕掛けがあるはずもないでしょう。
Given that this is a dungeon, it wouldn't make sense for a mechanism to be obvious anyway.
知ってさえいれば簡単に開けて、知らないと絶対に見つけられない。例えばどこかの壁にスイッチがあると考えるのが妥当なのでは？
So, oh.
少女は自らの推理を語る。
Something simple once known, but otherwise impossible to locate, as Paul switched perhaps, said the girl sharing her personal theory.
確かにそうだね。これだけの広さだから壁に仕掛けを施せばバレる心配もほとんどないだろうし。
Makes sense, but how large this area is, it's unlikely that a hidden switch on a wall would be discovered.
じゃあ早速みんなで探してみようか。
Let's not waste any time and get to looking then.
ここで少しでもタンパク質を摂取しておかなければ体力不足は必至。
Roof, if I do not at least consume some foreign protein, I will surely lose my strength.
缶詰を食べるしかない。食べるしかないのですわ。
I have no choice. No choice, I said. I must partake in this king's
Lisa.
food. Here goes. Munch munch.
あらやだ、美味しいですわ。全然いけますわね。この焼き鳥感。
Albeit my palate is actually quite pleased. This tin of grilled chicken is rather passable
で
indeed.
も、さすがにこのイワシ缶は
As for the sardines,
美味しいではありませんの。
why they too are scrumptious.
缶詰など恐れるに足りませんわね。
Drawing my dread for this canned cuisine. Gasp.
花の色は移りにけりないたずらに
Oh my. I'm
古
not.
き三好を
No way. Oh my god, that's funny. I like that. That shit is funny. Roses are red, flowers are blue, pots enjoying your own kind of food.
私で一句読むんじゃありませんわよ。
This earlier irrelevant nursery runs at once. That's funny. After breakfast, we began a thorough sweep of the dungeon. Several hours into the process, we failed to turn up much of anything.
無能くん、文学さん、監視室の調査はどうだった？
A competent bookworm, how did searching the warden's room go? Okay, so me and bookworm searched the warden's room.
監視室の中には特に変わった仕掛けはなかったよ。壁にスイッチらしきものの影も形もないから、これ以上は調べても意味がないんじゃないかな。
I didn't find any mechanism in particular. No trace of any switch on the walls either. I'm not so sure it's worth looking further.
暗闇で光る蛍光塗料を見つけたから入り口に塗ってみたんだ。
We did coat the entrance with some phosphorescent paint we
これ
found.
で深夜に監視室のトイレを使いたくなっても暗闇で迷わないと思う。
No one will get lost in the dark if they need to use the bathroom at night.
この力を明かりが消えると本当に何も見えなくなるもんね。助かるよ、ありがとう。
Great day, you really can't see anything once the lights go off down here. Thanks, incompetent.
やはりだだっ広い壁をひたすら調べ続けるしかありませんね。と少女は想像しただけで疲れる行為にげっそりしつつ言った。
We have no other option but to continue searching these massive walls, said the girl, disheartened by the mere thought of such a tiring prospect.
そっちはどう？何か仕掛けは見つかった？
How about your end? Did you find anything?
ちょうど壁の調査が半分くらい終わったところだけど、成果はゼロかな。ほら、みんなあそこで調査を続けているよ。
Wait, we covered about half of the wall, but no luck. Everybody's still looking right over there. A foul where doleful indicates to see armor and others running their hands along the walls.
この壁もおかしな様子はないのである。本当に隠し通路などあるのであろうか。
This mirror too, it seems perfectly ordinary. Is there truly a passageway in here?
気持ちはわかるけど、もう少し頑張ろう、武装君。
I don't know how you feel, but let's keep up the effort,
洋
armor.
館にあれだけ仕掛けがあったんだ。きっとこの地下牢にも何かしら仕掛けが施されているはずだよ。
There are plenty of contraptions in the manor. I'm certain this dungeon must have something of the sort as well.
社畜さんの言う通りです。この地下牢には妙な点が多すぎます。
Perhaps right, this dungeon contains no shortage of oddities.
僕らが進んできた隠し通路は確実に地下へ地下へと進んでいきました。単なる牢獄にここまでの深さは必要ないはず。何か地下深く潜る理由がなければ納得できません。
The hidden passageway descended has to continue further underground. No normal prison would need to be this deep. There must be a reason behind it.
そうは言いましても、何度調べたところでどの牢屋も全く同じ構造だったではありませんの。
You say as much, but after searching a myriad of cells, all we have discovered is that they share the exact same
ま
layout.
さかこの場所は本当にただの牢獄だとでも言いますの？
I'm all but convinced this place is truly nothing more than a prison.
科学ちゃんの言う通り、単なる拘束が目的の地下室にしては隠し方が凝りすぎているわよね。
I agree, Techie. Something's fishy. This place is far too concealed to be just an underground holding area.
ちまちまちまちまもどかしいぜ。
Wow, enough pussy floating around
ど
already.
うせ隠し通路はどっかの壁の奥に隠れてんだろ。だったら片っ端から壁をぶち抜いてみればよくねえか。
The pain's is hiding behind one of these walls, right? Let's just knock them all down.
それは危険だよ。この地下牢が崩落したら全員生き埋めになっちゃう。
That's too dangerous. We buried alive. The place caved in.
明暗ですね。壁を蹴りつけてみましょう。
Oh my god.
少女は大
It's
和探
funny.
偵の
Bookworm's like, yeah, just go ahead and do it. I kept the idea. Why don't we begin by kicking them? To the girl concurring Rod Detective's suggestion.
文学さん、普段は冷静な君まで一体どうしちゃったの。
Bookworm, you're usually so level-headed. What's gotten into you?
飛躍くん落ち着こう。きっと文学さんには考えがあるんだよ。
I gets worked up, doleful. I'm sure Bookworm's up onto something. Bookworm gives me a smile. She continues on.
隠し通路がある壁は奥が空洞になっているはず。つまり蹴った時の音が他とは違うはずです。
Well, hiding the past will be hollow. In
少
other
女
words,
は自らの案を補足した。
it'll sound different than the rest of them was struck. Said the girl detailing her plan.
なるほど。壁に広がる衝撃を調べようと思うなら、多少乱暴であっても蹴りつけるくらいの衝撃が必要よね。
I see. If we wish to sound each wall, kicking them would generate the impact we need, even if the method's rather violent.
音の違いはわずかだと思いますけど、わかりそうですか。
Sound might only sound differ slightly. Are we sure we'll be able to tell?
ウサギの聴力を持ったこの大和探偵様をなめるんじゃねえぜ。藁の上に落ちた針の音だって聞き分けてみせろ。
You doubt my skills? I could take ear for a rabbit. I can hear a pin drop in a whole piles of straw.
ヤマトちゃんたら眠っている時に抱きつこうと忍び寄ってもすぐに気づいちゃうくらいだものね。
She catch me when
本
I
気
try
で
to
集
oh
中
my
すれ
god.
ば本当にどんな音だって聞き分けちゃうわよ。
She catches me when I try to sneak up and hug her goodnight. She could hear and notice as long as she's focused on it.
忍び寄る。まあとにかくありがとう山田さん。責任重大な役を任せちゃってごめんよ。
My god's like, you know what? Well, let's not ask that. You think I'm her in her sleep? Actually, never mind. Thanks, Rowdy. Sorry to put so much pressure on you.
上等だよ。さっさと始めようぜ。
Yeah, this is what I live for. Now let's get to it. We're planning to take turns kicking the walls.
音が奥まで響いてね。次だ。
Knock behind that one. Next.
あんた、見かけによらず脚力もすげえのな。だが、音は奥まで響いてね。隠し通路はねえな。
Geez, your legs are a lot stronger than they look, but I don't hear a thing. Ain't no patches in there.
肉体労働は苦手なんだけど。
I'm not too skilled at manual labor.
おいおい、そんな音じゃどちらにせよ響かねえぞ。社畜のおっさん、普段から足音も小せんだからシャキッとしろよな。
Oh, come on. Pitifully kick like that ain't gonna echo word squat. Get those twinkle toes of years into gear, will ya?
ごめん。私は本当に頭脳労働以外はからっきしなんだよ。
So I'm pretty much helpless at anything outside of brain work.
よく見とけ。蹴りってな、こうやるんだよ。
Watch and learn. This is how you kick.
すごい蹴り。絶対に蹴られたくない。
Oh, wow. What a blow. I hate to be on the receiving end of that.
そしてビンゴだぜ。今音が壁の奥で響いていくのを感じた。
We got hit. I definitely heard an echo that
こ
time.
の場所、ちょうど中央の壁に隠し通路がある。間違いね。
No doubt about it, there's a passage hiding right behind the center wall.
私の見立て通り、やはり隠し通路はあったようですわね。
You didn't do shit, Posh. Just like I suspect there's an
さ
passage.
あ皆さん、この隠し通路を解くためのスイッチをみんなで探しますわよ。
Come, everyone. Let's scour around for a switch that opens this passage.
ほら、飛躍さんもシャキッとなさい。探索があなたの得意技なのでしょ。今こそあなたの出番ですわ。
Doleful's face. I don't like it. I don't like his face. This old Doleful, let's step to it. Locating things here, especially, is it now? Now's their time to shine. What? Doleful stumbles and shoves him from behind. Loses his man and falls in the butt, and then here's something that gives me a bad vibe.
え、まさか飛躍くんがこけたところに隠し通路のスイッチが？
Wait, the switch was right when you fell. Impact creatures open.
飛躍くんすごいよ。ナイスファインプレー。
Wow, Doleful, well done. Run over to Doleful, who's still on the floor. I'll help him with a grateful hand. No, this wasn't making a great detective. Finding crucial clues without even meaning to? What incredible power. Well, we can now get out of this seedy underground maze. Thank goodness things took a turn for the better before our food ran out.
待て、ワト君。早まってはいけない。
Hold on, Wata, don't be hasty. Holmes appears before me with a grave expression.
飛躍くんの体質はただ重要なものを引き寄せるのではないだろう。罠や証拠品といった彼の身を危うくするもののみだ。
Well, Holmes' ability isn't so simple as finding vital clues, remember? He instance is trapped in evidence that threatens his life.
そんな彼が発見した通路ということは、通路が何かしらの事件の手がかりとなっているか、もしくはこの通路の奥に危険な何かが待ち受けていると考えるのが自然だろう。
Since he discovered the passage, one should naturally assume that it's either related to a case or that danger lurks up ahead. What?
さあ皆さん、リーダーである私に続きなさい。
Oh, well, further ado, everyone. Follow the leader, that is to say me.
こんな誇りっぽい地下なんてさっさと立ち去るのですわ。
Let us leave this dust-ridden place at once.
ダメだよ家族さん。きっとこの通路には危険な何かがある。
Wait, Poch, there's definitely something dangerous down there. Huh? Suddenly, the image of Poch, splatter and blood flashes before me. Now it's showing me in the future. The vision will soon become reality.
危ない。
Watch out! Eee! They yank Poch's arm back without a second to spare. Sharp metal spikes then dart out where Poch was staying mere moments ago. If I hadn't grabbed her, if I hadn't seen the future, she would have died on the spot.
通路から何が飛び出してきましたの？
Oh, it's a robot, isn't it? So something's coming out of the passage. Told you. Come on, man. Not this guy again. So in response to Poch, a mechanical whirring rings out from the tunnel. Heard the sound before, but before I have time to ponder, source appears directly in front of us. It's one of those things.
こいつは。
The floor and size are different, but it's the same type of machine that took Holmes' life. More beeps. The mechanical noise and echo to the black robot's call resounds through the dungeon. It was pure white, smaller around my height, no more than 5.5 feet max. Sound which alone makes my hair stand on end, and the robotic murderous intent I sense from it just as I recall. Picture Holmes' death flashes unbent to my mind. Then we have to flee, but my body won't move. My traumatic fear dulls my reflexes. Don't act fast, I'll... Okay. If I don't act fast, I'll... Have at you!
上等だこら。
Bring it, you piles of scrap. Marauder leap in front of me. What could they be planning?
武装の兄さん分かってるよな。まずは
They already know the drill first.
一発ぶち殴ってから考えるのだ。
Let's ponder after opening blows struck. They slammed their fists into the mech at the same time, sending it flying back down a passageway. They were bursting with energy despite having just bashed a remarkably hard surface. They really give Iron Fist a new meaning. That's beside the point.
何をやってるんだよ。殺されるかもしれないんだぞ。
What are you doing? You could get killed.
危険は100も承知だよ。でもな、頭を取った野郎が目の前に現れたんだ。
Yeah, I know how dangerous this is, but then this numbskull here popped up in front of me.
一発殴らないと気が済まなかったのだ。許してくれ、無能殿。
I could not resist the urge to charge forth. Forgive me, sir, incompetent. Their words are blunt and unvarnished. Much like them, but ultimately they lessened the shock of this price tag and bought some time to think. Remember to think of two of them.
例の針が来るぞ。
Here comes the rotten spikes.
よし我の鎧で受け止めるのである
My corselet shall forestall them anon. Spikes fire down a passage, striking armor's metal exterior. True as words, they don't even leave a scratch. So the spikes begin to flash. Electrocuting armor? Armor! Armor drops as the white mech reappears out of the passage. Closer inspection, I can see 3 vents on its body like air holes. Spike wires trail from each one. The wires connect to the spikes that struck armor and are now retracting into its body. Also, camera like device atop its head, which watches intently.
なんなんだこのメカは。
What is this machine? Looks like a metal can that's been painted as a blinding white. That camera freezes me in my tracks. It's precisely because of its simplicity that I can tell this mech is incredibly deadly.
皆さん、あの針にはまるで銃型のスタンガンのように高圧の電流が流れているようです。絶対に触れないでください。
Nice information until after armor gets shocked. Everyone, those spikes are charged with a powerful electric current like a stun gun to let them touch you.
武装の兄さんは平気なのかよ。
Your armor, you good?
鎧を通じて感電しただけなのできっと平気です。ですが、それでも意識を失うほどの電流。もし針が体に刺さった状態で感電したら即死だと思います。
His armor conducted the charge, but he'll be fine. Still, it wasn't enough to knock him out. A direct hit from those spikes could mean instant death.
針に刺されたら即死って。どうやって逃げればいいんだ。
So one false step and we're done for. How do we get out of this one?
僕がおとりになるから、その間に武装さんを助けてあげてよ。
I'll distract it. Get armor to safety in the meantime. Total shouts as he steps in front of the rushing mech.
飛躍君、何をやってるんだよ。
Doleful, what are you doing? Oh no, not Doleful.
きっとこの状況も僕の体質が引き寄せたんだ。もう誰も僕の体質のせいで死なせたりしない。
My danger manual is probably to blame for this whole mess. I'm not going to let anyone else die from this ability.
飛躍君離れていてくれ。踊り役なら私が引き受ける。みんなで戦おう。
Get back, Doleful. I'll act as a distraction. We can fight this thing together.
アホか。蹴りもまともにできないやつにおとり役を任せられるかよ。俺がおとりになるからフォロー役に回りな。
You can't even land a solid kick, moron. Like how I'm going to let you play decoy? I've got to just back me up.
そうですよ。僕の聞き察知能力は知っているでしょ。絶対に生き延びてみせますから、僕とヤマトさんに任せてください。
She's right. Remember how I can sense danger? I'm guaranteed to survive. Just leave this to me or Rowdy. I don't know how that works, Doleful.
それはできないよ。私も今ではこのグループの最年長だからね。
Sorry, but no can do. As it stands, I have the highest seniority in the group. You know what? As you're fighting against this mech, there are 2 people I have not contributed at all. Renegade and Posh.
それに筋力は弱いけど、実戦の経験はそれなりに豊富なんだ。
And despite my physical shortcomings, I actually have quite a lot of combat experience.
なら好きにしろよ。俺は先に行くからな。
Fine, have your own way. I'm going in. We're calling Rowdy plunge and fighting. The white mech buys some time. And pivots on his treads and advances towards them. Spike shoot out at Rowdy, who's closer target.
点での攻撃なんざ当たるかよ。俺をぶっ刺したいなら面で攻撃してみるんだな。
You really think that'll work? You won't kill me, facing head on. Rowdy throws out a taunt. She launches herself to the side, dodging Spike with ease. She's so agile you think she was a cat. She doesn't stop there either. As the mech retracts Spike with his wires, Rowdy slips through his defenses in a flash.
武装の兄さんの仇取らせてもらうぜ。
This one's for my pal Armor.
ダメだヤマトさん、伏せろ。
Wait, Rowdy, duck! Huh? And that is a long spike thrusts out from the white mech. He grazes Rowdy's head, who ducked just in time before retracting his body. Silver strands of her hair dangle in mid-air. Holy fuck, she almost died. Then there's a fire bullet-like spikes, but also a spear for close-range stabbing. Workaholics wearing a Rowdy reflex saved her life, but a claw like me would absolutely been skewered. As she's at a disadvantage, Rowdy jumps back, playing some distance between herself and the mech. Without missing a beat, it fires more long-range spikes at Rowdy. They don't connect. She even notches them once again. There's a limit to her stamina, though. She can't go on forever. Eventually, both of them will end up killed. You need a way to break the impasse.
そうだ。こんな時こそエンドシーイングで未来を予知すれば打開策も見えてくるんじゃ。
Oh, right, this is my perfect time to see the future of my denouement. Maybe I'll find a solution there.
落ち着け、ワト君。今この状況で最も求められるのは冷静な思考だ。
Stay calm, Wato. More than anything else, you need to keep a cool head in dire straits. Holes pierced into my face, derailing my train of thought.
エンドシーイングは未来での結果だけを見る力。過程を把握できない以上、今ここで見たところで意味はない。無意味にダウンして周囲に迷惑をかけるだけだ。
A denouement only reveals the outcome. It's of no use if you can't grasp the process. You only incapacitate yourself, doing more harm than
探偵
good.
には常に冷静に現実を見極める判断力が必要なんだよ。
Detective must always examine reality with a presence of mind before passing judgment.
仲間が死ぬかもしれない時に冷静じゃいられないでしょ。
You think it's just staying calm when my friend's about to die? I sat back harder than I mean to, but my own feelings surprisingly praising me. I asked Holmes another question in a quieter voice.
この力について何か知ってるんですよね。あのメカのことも知ってるんじゃないですか。教えてくださいよ。あのメカの対策を。
You know something about this dungeon, don't you? Or about the mech, maybe? Please tell me how to beat it. Well, she would have told you last time when you go to Bookworm.
知っているならむざむざと殺されたりしないさ。
If I knew that, I wouldn't have cut down so easily.
それはそうですけど。
That's a fair point.
だが眼前の脅威の対策ならばわかるよ。奴の発する音に耳を傾けてみるといい。
But I do know how to face the threat before us. Listen to the noise that Eyesore is making. The noise?
無能探偵。独り言ばかり口にして頭大丈夫ですか？少女は心配そうに顔を覗き込んだ。
A common detective, you're talking to yourself. Is your head on right? Asked the girl, examining his face with a look of concern. Bookworm noticed me acting strangely enough to warrant pointing it out. I thought she heard what I said, so I better make up an excuse.
ごめん、平気だよ。あのメカを止める手段がないかと頭の中でいろいろとシミュレートしてみたんだ。
Sorry, I'm fine. I've been simulating options in my mind for stopping that mech.
ああ、シミュレートはあなたの得意技だそうですね。と少女は納得する。
Right, simulating is your specialty after all, said the girl, fully convinced.
そうなんだよ。そしたらなんだかあのメカが発している音に違和感がある気がして。
Yeah, I already noticed something off about that noise it makes.
なるほど。それでは確認してみましょう。というと少女は目を閉じ聴覚に神経を集中させる。
Interesting. Let me check, said the girl, closing her eyes, focusing all her attention on her oral faculties. Bookworm then performed the very actions she had just narrated.
文学さんは何を？
What is she doing?
さすが文学くんだ。音の違和感というヒントだけで気づけたか。
In classic Bookworm, all you did was give her a hint about the noise, and she immediately knew what to do.
ちなみに私への返答は声に出さずとも心の中で呼びかければいいぞ。君の心の声は私に届いてい
Yeah,
るの
Lato's
だ
an
ね。
idiot. Incidentally, you do realize you can answer me without speaking aloud, don't you? I can hear your thoughts, remember?
早く言ってくださいよ。
Why didn't you tell me that sooner? Tell me about it. She told you this very first night. Bookworm remains focused, listening to the noise as Holmes and I go back and forth.
読了です。
Read it like an open book.
科学探偵。ボイスレコーダーで機械音を録音し 0.1 倍の速さで再生することは可能ですか？少女が尋ねた。
Techie, can you record that whirring and play it back 1/10 of the speed? Asked the girl.
0.1 倍の速さで？わかりました。
He
やって
said
みます。
he said a tenth. Okay, I'll give it a try. Techie connects the D-pad to his wheelchair with a cord begins to operate it. The wheelchair, which apparently has built-in speakers, Being to play audio recorder on his D-pad.
次は再生速度を下げます。
Now, I'll lower the playback speed. You also dare a gate when Teki slows it down.
風の通り道は3つのうち1つだけ。風の通り道は3つのうち1つだけ。
What the fuck? The wind passes through only one of three. The wind passes through only one of three.
声って八つ咲き子の
Is that the Quartering Duke's voice? It's identical to what I've heard in all the Quartering Duke's videos. As for what it's actually saying,
やはりメッセージを発信していたのですね。少女は自らの推理が正しかったことに安堵した。
as I thought it's broadcasting a message, said the girl. Really, that her hunch was
あの
correct.
メカが寸分たがわず同じ音声を繰り返していたことは記憶を照らし合わせることで分かりました。
I can tell by cross-referencing with my memory that the exact same audio is being played on repeat down to the last phonon.
つまり何か意図を持って発している音、周囲へのメッセージなのだと思ったのです。と
Oh.
少女は自らの行動の理由を補足した。
Faraway stated the machine is transmitting this on purpose, making it a message for those nearby, said the girl, further elaborating.
すごいよ、さすがは文学さん。
Wow, reliable as always, Bookworm. Ah! Take her hand without a second thought, singing her praise, and she smiled without looking at me.
問題はここからです。あの言葉の意味を読み解かないと。少女は愚かな無能探偵をとても冷静に諭すのであった。
Then there's just one issue. We have to figure out what the words actually mean, said the girl, coming rebuking the dim, incompetent detective.
そうだね。風の通り道は3つのうち1つだけってどういう意味だろう。
Right. The wind passes through only one of three. What does that mean?
危ねえ、避けろ、社畜のおっさん。
We're out. Get out of the way, Pops. No. Workaholic is sent flying by the mech's tackle. 40 shots rings out like gunfire. The machine fires spikes, aiming to strike Workaholic the moment he lands. I don't even have time to shout his name as the spikes bear down on him. But then,
やっと罠にかかってくれたね。
so you finally stepped into my trap, eh? The spikes stop a hair's breadth away from his face.
どうして針が
Huh? What happened to the spikes?
よーく目を凝らして見てごらん。
Take a good long look.
ワイヤーが針に巻きついている。
Oh shit! That is fucking smart. The wrapped in wire. I fought running against the device and looked closer, spotting an unlineable wire round around the spike. The very wire is also extending out of Workaholic's wristwatch.
洋館の罠にも使われていたワイヤーソーで針を絡め取ったんだよ。
He stopped the spike using the same wire saw used in that trap at the manor.
社畜探偵はわざと隙を作って針を発射させたんだろうね。さて、面白いのはここからだ。
Workaholic detective must have created a small gap before tricking into firing its spikes. Things are really getting heated up now. Oh, by the way, he's more badass than Posh ever will be probably in this whole entire game. Meg moves around beeping and whirling as it drags the wire and Workaholic both in a frantic attempt to retract his spikes. Workaholic does his best to maintain his balance with his face contorted in pain.
社畜ちゃんがいつまで時間を稼げるか。お手並み拝見といこうか。
Why'd you say how much time Workaholic can buy, shall we?
何をバカなことを言っていますの。早くあのメカを破壊してでも社畜さんを助け出しますわよ。
What compels you to dispute such nonsense? We'll be turning that automation into the scrap and risking Workaholic at once.
私が先駆けとなりますわ。皆さんもついていらっし
I
ゃ
shall take the lead, everyone on my mark.
やめておいた方がいいよ。弾丸型の針はそうそう当たらないかもしれないけど、近づいた時に飛び出してくる針は凶悪だ。
But what if I were you? Those bull spikes might not land, but get too close and you'll be gored by that rose beer.
ヤマトちゃんみたいな野生児でもなければ一瞬でモズの早煮えになるのが落ちる。
Without Riley's feral ferocity, you'd be turned into pincushion.
それはそうかもしれませんけど
I could see that point. It's frustrating, but Renegade Detective is right. Anyone charging in without a plan will get the tables turned on them for sure. Clearly, there's no choice but to solve the riddle we found in his transmission.
風の通り道は3つのうち1つだけ。
The wind passes through only one of 3.
3つの風穴というのはおそらくメカのボディの穴。その中の1つに弱点があるということではないかしら。
Very much refers to the holes on his body. Perhaps one of those is a weak point.
それに違いありませんわ。では早速あの穴を攻撃してみますわよ。
That must be it. Hi. Let us assail those orifices apace.
待って家族さん、間違った穴を攻撃したらまずいと思う。
Wait, Posh, if we don't choose a correct target, we'll probably end up regretting it.
無能君の言う通りだよ。高圧の電流を武器とするメカ相手に間違った穴に攻撃を仕掛けてごらん。
Tommen's right. What do you think will happen if you hit the wrong hole in a mech that uses high voltage weaponry?
きっと内部の電流に感電して真っ黒焦げさ。まあそれはそれで面白い光景だけどね。
The shock would roast you to a crisp, not to say that that wouldn't be entertaining too.
ヤマトちゃん、お願いがあるの。
I have a request, Rowdy. Corman calls out to Rowdy, who has been maintaining her distance from the mech. Chuck's eyes with her, speaking in an uncharacteristically serious tone.
5秒の間だけ。そのメカの動きを止めてちょうだい。
Can you stop that machine from moving for a bit? All I need is 5 seconds.
相変わらず無茶を言うぜ。
No.
10秒だけで勘弁してくれよな。
Oh, get out of here. Asking for 10 at least. Rowdy turns back to the mech and sprints toward Workaholic.
シャスクのおっさん、そのままワイヤーを掴んでてくれ。
Hey, Pops, don't let go of that wire, capiche?
何を
Huh? Where are you? She then grabs the arm Workaholic is using to hold the wire saw and pivots her hips as if it's swinging a bat. Up until then, the white mech had been pulling Workaholic by his wire, but now its scales have tipped. Does Rowdy plan to drag the mech around?
買いごときのパワーじゃ。
Mechanical power
おりゃ止められねえんだよ。
ain't gonna stop me! Rowdy bellows as she snaps her arms down. The mech topples over, pulled by the wire. Solid metal scraping against the floor booms through the underground passage. She actually managed to stop the mech from moving with nothing but raw brute strength. The mech, durable as it is, stubbornly attempts to pick itself up, but it's already too late.
ナイスよ、ヤマトちゃん。
Nicely down, Rowdy. In gourmet hands, the knife she always carries around with her, what is she planning to do with that?
はい、ごちそうさま。
Bon appetit! She thrusts the blade as hard as she can into one of the mech's holes. The mech makes a robotic cry of distress. Oh. Something breaks apart, growing steadily quieter. Oh. But the light on the camera shuts off and the mech ceases to make any noise.
お粗末様でした。
I believe it.
と。
Oh. I believe that. Check, please. Gorman takes her knife out of the hole, wiping it clean with a napkin before returning it to her pocket. The rest of us are left dumbstruck by how swiftly all that just transpired.
すげえよ姉さん。どうして弱点が分かったんだ？
Wait till I'm having it, sis. How do you know which one was the weak spot? Alright breaks the silence and clings onto Gourmet, who begins to explain as she comforts her.
簡単な話よ。みんなが話している間、私はあの3つの穴から漂ってくる匂いを嗅いでいたの。
As simple, while all you were talking, I sniffed out the different odors coming from the 3 holes.
するとね、穴の中に一つだけ金属ではなくゴムの風味が感じられたわ。
Wait,
つまり、この白ケーキちゃんの動作に関連した大切なケーブルが隠れていると思ったわけ。
but one smelled of rubber or metal, so I assumed there was an essential cable in there that allowed this big dollop of frosting to operate properly.
匂いなら俺も嗅いでたけど、そんな匂い全然しなかったぞ。
I gave it a whiff too, but I didn't catch that at all.
もう
私は美食探偵なのよ。鉄分とゴムの味くらい簡単に分かって当然じゃない。
I'm gourmet detective. Remember, it goes without saying that I can easily catch the subtle flavors of iron and rubber. Gourmet life is no big deal, but iron and rubber, for that matter, aren't foods at all. I'll choose to keep that comment to myself.
科学君、このメカの検証を頼めるかな。
Jackie, can you inspect this machine?
はい、任せてください。
Yes, leave it to me.
また何も活躍できなかった。
They didn't contribute at all. Again.
何を言っているのだ。飛脚殿は他の皆々が推理している間に我を安全な場所まで運んでくれたではないか。
Well, Lindsay Woozy, do you speak? Was it not you who carried me to safety while the rest contended with this quandary?
本当に活躍できなかったのは我の方である。ここから活躍し、何としてでもお名を返上せねば。
Was I who contributed nothing? Thus shall I heretofore endeavor this erase the stain from my legacy.
鎧の庶民の言う通りですわ。何もできずに歯がゆいのは私も同じですが、決して引け目に感じたりしませんわよ。
Well played, peasant is correct. While to impede on my own ability to act, there is no reason to let me make you feel inferior.
だってこの借りを返すほどの活躍をすればいいだけなのですからね。
Instead, I will do all I can to get payback, as to pay back my debt. That is, oh,
家族さんは強い人だね。
Gosh, your resolve is incredible.
さっきはありがとうと少女は無能探偵へのお礼を口にする。
Thank you for your help earlier, said the girl, expressing her gratitude to incompetent detective.
ルンバクさん、さっきはって何のこと？
Me, what did I do, Bookworm?
あなたが音のヒントを出してくれなかったら謎を解くのに時間がかかって怪我人が出ていたかもしれません。
Hurt is an understatement, more like died. If it had given me that clue about the sound it was making, we may have never solved this mystery. People could have gotten hurt.
少しだけ見直しましたよ。と言って少女は微笑みかける。
Women aren't so incompetent after all, said the girl with a smile. Bookworm's smile causes my heart to lurch. That clue didn't actually come from me. Holmes was the one who told me about it, while I didn't do a single thing at all.
ありがとう。少しでも活躍できるようにもっと頑張るよ。
Thanks, I'll keep trying my best to pitch in however I can. Nonetheless, I express my gratitude, carrying this dismay to my heart, about to become a proper detective in my own right.
下道探偵、君ならすぐにあのメカの動作を止めることができたんじゃないのか。
Renegade detective, couldn't you have disabled that machine from the get-go? Huh? What are you talking about? I think it's good. I think this is a good point of finish, right? Wait. Yeah, let's make this a good point and stoppage. In the next episode, we're gonna talk. These are gonna have a nice little conversation. It seems like. So, I thank you everyone for watching this video. Hope you guys had a good time watching this. My heart was racing. I thought people were actually gonna die here, but I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.